Nobody, Skip. Nobody. You know, listen, you can look at an Indiana Pacers team. I don't think that they'll waltz through the playoffs. I think that Indiana will give them a run for their money. They'll be physical. They'll beat them up a little bit. You know, the San Antonio Spurs can't be ignored. The Oklahoma City Thunder still can't be ignored. But in the end, LeBron James is the best player in the world. And there is simply no answer for this guy and what he can do. What I saw on the court yesterday, I mean, LeBron just seemed to have disappeared for periods of time, and you still look in the box score, and it's like, you know, the game's already, he's got 24. You got 24 at the time. I mean, you're just looking at him, it's like, where is he? But he's on the defensive side of the floor. He's defending Carmelo Anthony. He blocks a dunk by Tyson Chandler. He blocks another shot by J.R. Smith. You just turn around and you watch this guy, and he just affects the game in so many different areas. There is nobody that can match that. I think the only thing that can stop the Heat is what almost stopped them yesterday, an injury to LeBron James. If LeBron James, for some reason, goes down, a la Tony Parker, whatever, the Heat are done.
Well, he did tweak his knee.
That's right.
He said he was a little concerned that it would swell.
Outside of that, I just don't see it. There's a lot of stuff we can get into about the New York Knicks not getting Carmelo Anthony the ball, Carmelo Anthony not being aggressive enough in the fourth quarter, the Miami Heat trapping Carmelo Anthony at certain times. They were running a pick and roll effectively in the first half, went away from it in the second half. Raymond Felton, I don't know what's wrong with his game. I just don't understand it. You know, even though he made 2 big plays down the stretch before making a big turnover, I just don't get it. J.R. Smith, sporadic. Amari Stoudemire not being in the game, even though I understand what Mike Woodson's doing because he's trying to save him from injury. I don't understand a lot of things about the Knicks. But what I do understand about the Miami Heat is they can turn it on when they want to. They were down 16, and they erased that deficit, it seemed, in the blink of an eye. I don't see any answer for these boys. I just don't.
I agree. Right now, I see nobody beating the Heat. And allow me to say that after Tony Parker went down on Friday night and after the second half that LeBron played at Madison Square Garden yesterday, you witnessed it. I actually watched it on television, so I don't know if that counts, but I did see it on TV.
It counts. Color commentary. It counts.
LeBron James officially won the NBA MVP yet again yesterday. I said before the year I thought he would win it. You thought Durant would win it, and Durant was hanging in there much of the year. I think that closed the case yesterday. Now, again, God bless him. I hope he doesn't have any knee issue going to Minnesota tonight. But look at his second half yesterday. You say I'm overly critical. Let me just throw this out.
Yeah, go ahead.
LeBron makes 2 3-point shots. He has 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, no turnovers in the second half, a big block shot, and 19 total points. He took the game over, and he did it every way possible. Rebounding, stealing, blocking, passing. He did everything, Stephen A. I give you that. And with Dwayne Wade still playing at a very high level, Bosh contributing, everybody contributing, Battier making threes, Ray making threes, they're just too good. Now, I stand by what I said. The biggest threat to the Heat in the East remains the Boston Celtics. You disagree with that? I'm about styles make fighters. I like this Boston team since Rondo went down. They're 11-4. I like Jeff Green and Paul Pierce at least being able to bother LeBron with Avery Bradley as one of the best perimeter defenders in the game right now. He shut down Steph Curry, as you know, on Friday night.
Yes, he did.
Okay, now I'm going to make my case. I was amused yesterday. I heard so many commentaries on this network and NBA TV sigh with relief and basically write off my San Antonio Spurs because Tony Parker went down with an ankle injury.
I'm not right now.
Okay, well, it's like, thank you. Now we don't have to talk about the Spurs anymore. Not so fast. Because, again, the X factor is how fast will he come back and how quickly will he regain his shape and his rhythm as the driving force of that offense. But if it's faster than we think, I still say the Spurs are the biggest overall threat to the Miami Heat because I do believe that they could take in an NBA Finals, they could take the Heat at least 1 more game than the Thunder took them last year, and I think 2 more games. I think they could go 7.
I'm glad you're sitting down because I have something to say to you. And if you were standing up, you'd collapse. I have gotten to the point where I would prefer to see the Spurs versus the Heat in the NBA Finals.
You in San Antonio?
I would prefer, yes, even the Riverwalk, but I'm tired of it. It's a beautiful place. I'm just tired of it because I went there so many years. But I'm telling you right now, I've got to the point where I would prefer to see it. And allow me to just break this down to you. When you look at the Spurs, let's assume that Tony Parker, when he comes back, what will be absent is conditioning because of the month off, but everything else will be all right. He'll be healthy and ready to go. They're disciplined. They have perimeter shooting. They're highly intelligent. They have the best power forward of all time in Tim Duncan.
Still playing at an all-star level?
Still playing at an all-star level, which basically means not only do you have the money 15-foot bank shot, but you have a legitimate post presence. That combined with Thiago Splitter, okay? Yeah. You've got big boys down low. And ultimately, that will help dictate pace and tempo. As a result of that, along with the exceptional coaching of the great Greg Popovich, makes them, to me, incredibly formidable against the Heat because they're the one team that can force the Heat to play a different style and a different tempo than the Heat would otherwise want to play. Oklahoma City is going to run up and down. Kevin Durant is a scoring machine superstar of the highest order. Regardless of what you say about Russell Westbrook, I believe in him, and I believe in his talents. Although a bit temperamental, still has to grow, but I believe in him. But what I've learned in watching them more and more, especially in the absence of James Harden, they have no choice but to play up-tempo.
Yep.
The problem is that feeds right into what the Heat want to do.
Yep.
And now if you playing the Heat at that tempo, that pace, you're not beating the Heat at their own game. There's only one way to do it. And the only team with the ingredient to do it is the San Antonio Spurs or the Memphis Grizzlies, which really, because of Zach Randolph and Marc Gasol, they have horses, but not athletic horses. See, the Spurs have youth, athleticism, perimeter shooting, discipline, exceptional coaching, plus the big man in Tim Duncan.
One last factor?
Right.
Depth.
And depth.
Deepest
no
team
question.
in the league.
So
without Tony last night, they won by 39.
That's where I'm at. And my point is, if you want to see the Heat win, fine. You want to see an exciting NBA Finals, you go with the Thunder.
Absolutely.
But if you want to literally walk into the Finals with the notion that, oh, this could go either way. You want the Spurs against the Miami Heat because of their experience, their depth, and all of the things that they have in place.